Hey guys, what I have here is a set of cups, just regular plastic cups, and some water. Now normally what our goal is to fill the cup up all the way full of water without really spilling anything. That's our goal in life. You can view these cups as the way we view something. And you can view the water as more or less truth. You want to fill the way you view something with truth. Either just your ideas of life in general, more of a philosophical view, or your ideas of how something is done with a technical skill, such as pottery. You want to understand it completely and fully. However, it's not always that easy. Sometimes we have misconceptions, and that's what these holes are. So that when we try to fill our perspective with truth, it starts to leak all over the place. And I think that the fear that that'll happen stops people from ever trying to fill their cups with truth, to give themselves the knowledge that they seek. It certainly has for me. I've spent a lot of time wanting to get to the very top of the cup, to be able to, before I even poured my first drop in it. However, as you'll see, that hole is about right there. Now, something I didn't realize until recently was you can still work with what you have, even though it's a flawed cup. Instead of trying to go for a perfect cup, you can start to fill up your cup, and if you only fill it up a little bit before you get to the hole, it holds. It doesn't leak at all. This cup is more or less half filled. And it's more filled than it would have been if I didn't do anything at all. Now, some misconceptions might be rather big and really flawed. Any amount of truth you put into it is pretty much just going to leak right out really quickly. Some misconceptions might be much smaller, but they might be more into the core of what you're trying to do. And in those cases, you can fill the cup all the way to the top. Uh-oh, that cup's destroyed. Let's try going in from the side. But when you have a small misconceptions, you can try to fill your cup all the way to the top. And you'll succeed, but it'll just keep pouring out. And you'll be at a good place for a while, but there'll be something deep inside that's just constantly ruining it for you. But you still filled the cup with more water than if you didn't. You could still drink from a cup, even if you fill it up too much. If you fill it up much more, it'll start to leak, and it'll eventually run dry back down to that level. You can still drink from it. You could fill your cup up to the point where it leaks, and then once you identify that spot, you can learn to patch it, and it'll stop leaking for a while. You could take your experiences filling up that first cup, and even if it was to leak out to the point where you're kind of plateaued, you could then take that and kind of take that knowledge in that area, build a new perspective on the way things work, new ideology, and kind of messily pour the old one into it. And you won't capture it all. A lot will pour out all over the place, but you'll still have water left in it. And even if it completely drained out of the bottom, the cup's still wet on the inside. You still did something. You still got more done than if you never did anything at all. So I would encourage you, instead of never filling up a cup, never filling up the cup of your life in fear of getting water all over the place, which you will, you absolutely will, Just be smart. Bring a towel. You can dry up. But don't let yourself stop before you ever start. Seize your life, my friends. I'll see you next time.